Hey everyone, welcome back with a new video. I'm Jamie and this is Film Empire. Today I'm going to show you how I created my latest short film called Intercept. If you have not seen it yet, do so now because spoilers. So let's start with the beginning. I started off choosing the music track, which would be the foundation of the video, since I wanted this short to be largely based around the music and the sound effects. I listened to the track a few times and then I wrote down all of the ideas that popped up in my head. After I had a general idea of what the short film would be, I created a timeline on which I wrote all of the actions that would happen in the video. I also wrote down some time codes of the music, since I knew that I wanted to have certain cuts on certain beats of the music. Once that was done, the writing process started. It did not take that long because I already planned out what would be in it, so it was only just writing down everything. I knew that this short would take place in 2 locations, so I started getting those ready. The first day of shooting was actually the second part of the short film. We filmed in a warehouse, which was graciously provided by Marcel van Tol, so thank you very much. And a week later we were supposed to film in the city center, but I felt that the story would work better if I filmed in a park, so I changed the shot list and we filmed in the park instead. On the first day we went to the warehouse to film. I had a shot list prepared so we could start filming right away. We rehearsed all of the shots and then filmed them right after it. The fight scene actually took 9 takes to get right. The same thing was with the last shot, since I needed to get the framing and the focus pull exactly right. On the first shoot day, I also recorded all of the Foley sound effects like footsteps, fighting sounds, and doors. When I was done on the first day, I started creating a rough cut with the clips that I already had. I noticed that there were 2 gaps in the edit and I needed to fill those up. So I actually wrote 2 scenes, the sort of dreamy scenes that you saw in the short. I wrote them after I did the rough cut, and I filmed those on the second shoot day. As said before, the first part of the video should have taken place in a busy city center, but I felt that the story worked better with almost no people in the background, and that is why we decided to film at the park. We filmed there the last few shots that we needed to have, and then we went home. Then I started working on the next big part of production, the editing. Now this is the first short film where I edited in phases. I started off with the music, then I created the rough cut around it, then the VFX, then the color grading, and then the sound effects. Because I structured my editing process in such a way, it was really easy to see what I still needed to do and what was done already. Now the rough cut was the first thing I did. I imported all of my clips and then placed them in the general place where I wanted them to be, and then I started cutting them on the music. Now the final edit was actually a little bit different than the rough cut because I changed some in and out points of the clip to fit the music or the story better. Then came the VFX. I actually didn't write the short to contain any visual effects, but I needed them to clean up certain shots. Here are some of the shots that I changed. In this clip, I needed to remove the woman in the background to keep the continuity intact. Here I needed to remove my reflection. And here I needed to add some blue back into the sky to enhance the visuals. After that was done, the color grading started. I wanted to go for a contrasted but desaturated look, so that the visuals looked nice but also fit the story. I added a few instances of the curves effect, crush blacks and whites, and brightness and contrast to get a lot of contrast in the video. I had to do this since I shot the video in Cinelike D, which is quite a flat color profile. I then added the hue and saturation effect to desaturate the blue, cyan, and green channels. This made sure that the video had a desaturated look, but the skin tone still looked right. And for the dreamy shots, I added the color phase and hue colorize effects, as well as the radial blur effect. The next thing to do was to add the sound effects, which were a huge portion of the video. I made sure to layer the sounds on separate layers so that it was very easy to see what is what. I started off with the background noise. Some had noise from the city and others had ocean waves in the background. I also added in footsteps and all of the other sounds in the video. And that is how I created Intercept. Be sure to check out all of the other videos I created around this short film. I have, for example, a video showing the before and after of the footage, so the raw footage and the final edit. And I also have a video where I remove the music so you can really hear the Foley sound. And leave a comment if you want to. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye bye.
Hi there, thanks for watching. Click here to see my latest video, click here to see a highlighted one, and click here to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.